stopping by your local district office that services the area that you intend to travel in will provide you with a number of bits of information, not the least of which is any special orders or special restrictions that might hold for the area that you plan to travel in, such as this recent order for the Seven Lakes area on the Lochsaw Ranger District. Gives you information on when you can graze, when you can't graze, where you can graze, and also such things as special types of containment methods that you may or may not use in a given area. Some forests have gone the extra mile and are now publishing a trail guide. The Clearwater Forest and the Lochsaw District in particular have a guide that gives a brief word description of all the trails, wilderness and non-wilderness alike, on the district, and tells you what type of use it's most suitable for, and also gives you a brief bar graph that shows the amount of elevation gain in miles. Additionally, you can pick up information in booklets that provide you with tips and techniques for horse travel, for backpacking, descriptive brochures such as this one, Horse Sense on National Forest Pack Trips, Leave No Trace Land Ethics, some general rules for visitors to national forests, some new slick brochures such as this one that primarily applies to folks during the hunting season, and also it's a point at which you can purchase national forest maps that also include road closures and the like. Clearwater Forest has an access guide that tells when and where there are specific road closures. Combined with the map can give you a really good idea of what the situation is for travel on the national forest.
Now that we are somewhat organized from the trip preparation, let's go on the trip. Getting your stock and equipment to and from the trailhead takes some preparation and caution. Start by checking your vehicle and trailer before you take off to make sure they are in good shape. Maintenance is crucial, especially to your horse trailer, where even floorboards wear thin after time. Once on the road, many trailheads are often hard to get to, and consideration needs to be given to what type of road you are driving, such as, is it paved, dirt, or gravel? How wide is it? How steep is it? Are there any road turnouts? The best suggestion is to watch your speed. Slow down on windy roads. A good rule of thumb is traveling 10 miles per hour slower than posted limits. Remember, you are carrying more weight, which takes more time to come to a stop. That extra weight also tends to shift around on all road surfaces, so be careful.
Well, can you see enough of that to... You see, now, what I would point out first, stock don't necessarily have to be hungry to do that damage to this pole. Now, this mule isn't hungry, but she's bored, and she doesn't have anything else to do right now, so she's standing there chewing on that pole. Other animals have nearly eaten that too when they were tied here overnight when it was cold, and it's not an overnight facility. It's for loading dock to put your heavy packs on. You don't have to let them down on the ground then to load the mule. You can just bring them out and hang them on the mule. I don't have many chewers, but I've got a pawer or two, and once in a while, if they stand around and nothing to do, they'll chew on a pole. There's a treatment now that you can put on those poles to preserve them and also prevent the animal from chewing on them. 'Cause that pole is ready to be replaced right now. You see, it's been chewed nearly in two in a number of places. Cedar, and I never noticed if that's cedar or not, but cedar is soft, you know, and splinters easy, and they chew cedar worse than anything else. Loading area down, the unloading area for the horse trucks, and also had problems with vehicles being parked in front of it, have to tow them off to get to it to unload a truck. The Forest Service packer has had real problems with people feeding on this and just leaving big mounds of hay and trash and the horse manure and everything on the blacktop, and it just makes a mess for the next party that comes along.
Well, Lorraine, we better fill out our registration card for the Forest Service.
All right, I'll fill it out. You tell me what to put on here.
Okay. Well, first I want to know what party we are. Okay. We're Don McPherson and the Backcountry Horsemen. And our address, Korskooski, Idaho. The area visiting. We're going to be in kind of a broad area, so let's just put the Dodo Creek drainage. But I think the reason that the Forest Service needs this, Lorraine, is so that they can track where there's more use in various areas in the forest. And I think it's important that people fill out these registration cards so that they can disperse the use in the wilderness.
It's a good idea to get in the habit of checking the poster board located at most major trailheads. Many forests prefer that you register in order to survey the types, dispersion of, and the amount of use that is occurring within the area. The poster board itself may contain important information such as trail conditions, potential hazards, and where to go to avoid the crowds. It may even post some of the restrictions that may apply to a specific area like wilderness. Remember, we want to tread lightly and keep our impacts to a minimum. Usually, posted items are good reminders of how we can operate better in the back country. Currying and spraying are big items we tend to overlook in our eagerness to get on the trail. Your horses and stock are the backbone of your travel. Pay close attention to them as you saddle and load your animals. Currying is essential in order to prevent the carrying of noxious weeds into the back country. Currying also keeps sores from unnecessary rubbing around the saddle area. Spraying helps calm the animals down from annoying insects along the trail. A simple solution of insect repellent in a spray bottle goes a long way in making your overall trip that much more enjoyable.
And the bugs are terrible this year.
Now, my Maddies are, most of them are 6x7. That's kind of a standard Forest Service size, and they're